Okay, today we're going to learn the halacha of if there is any chiyuv on Purim to wash for hamotzi, for the seuda. There's a mitzvah seuda Purim, one of the mitzvahs of Purim, there's a chiyuv to wash for hamotzi or not. No, most people think it is, but it's not so poshut, so we're going to see what the poskim is saying about it. So the main one I'm going to quote to the mamash word for word from the Taz. He talks about it Varichus, and he says like this. He based his psak on the Mordechai, and he says like this. He makes over there his hagoes and he has a reason why he does it. Again, if somebody wants it inside, it's a fascinating task, but I'm going to start from where I'm going to start. Hoda the tema b'Rosh Chodesh v'Chanukah, aval lo b'Shabbos v'Yom Tov v'Purim, she'i efsher lo b'lo achila. Meaning, if you forget on Rosh Chodesh v'Chanukah by Birkas Hamazon to say Ya'ala v'Yovoi, to say hanisim, he says then you don't have to go back. But aval Shabbos v'Yom Tov hu Purim, so he puts Purim together as Shabbos v'Yom Tov. He says, "She'efshar b'lo achila." You cannot get away on Shabbos v'Yom Tov and Purim without doing seuda. The same thing, according to the Taz, the same chiyuv on Shabbos v'Yom Tov. You have chiyuv seudas Shabbos v'Yom Tov. You have chiyuv seudas Purim. Memele ish lo chiyuv kama b'Shabbos v'Yom Tov. D'chsiv yemei mishta v'simcha. That's in Megillas Esther. Kovu yemei mishta v'simcha. V'amar Rava seudas Purim she'achola b'layla lo yotzei dechavosei. Rava says clearly, if you add your seudas Purim the night of Purim, not during the day, you didn't do the mitzvah shmamine, the seuda ichoiva. If it wouldn't be choiva, what's not lo yotzei dechavosei b'layla? The b'yom also is not chiyuv. Mashma from that, the seudas mitzvah is chiyuv. There's no option that you're not going to do seuda. You're talking about with the bread now. He says like this: Venirali, das atur gamken hochi. He says the Taz holder, the Tur holds like him, that you have chiyuv to eat bread on Purim, and that's why if you're going to forget al hanisim, you're going to go back. That's what he's going to over here. Shekosa b'siman tarzo. That's in Hilchas Purim. She'omrim al hanisim b'hoidoah. We say al hanisim by b'noidah l'chom. V'lo zochar shomshim lo amora en machzirin oisa. Over there, don't say if you didn't say it. We tell you could go further. No, he doesn't say that. Over there he says clearly, if you didn't say it by davening or Birkas Hamazon, you don't have to go back. By Purim it doesn't say. So he says the Tur holds. He says like I say of you, the Taz say that if you forget al hanisim during the seudas of Purim, you have to go back. Elavadai kede pershinan v'chen hireli lahalocha k'mo shekosov rashal b'shem hagodol ma'ari polak. So it brings the way he brought his ruling that if you forget al hanisim by Birkas Hamazon, since it's a chiyuv like Shabbos v'Yom Tov, you go back, and it says something the Rashal wrote b'shem ma'ari polak. The Birkas Hamazon shel hasuda tzorich lachzor b'shvil al hanisim b'Purim. By davening, you're not going to go back. By the seuda, you're going to go back. Yeah, you could ask the chayra, davening is also chayva. Davening is not chayva of Purim. Davening regular day, you insert al hanisim. But the seuda Purim, it's seuda for Purim. So if you forget al hanisim, the Taz holds, and that's what the Marshal holds, that's what the Mari Polak holds, that you have to go back. And when you mentioned yesterday, that says that today's Shiur is hemshach of yesterday, continuation of yesterday, that according to the Bach is kal v'chomer. Even b'Chanukah he holds by the seuda, you go back, how much more by Purim? Okay. Ella, the nireli, the lav davka b'seuda shoysim achar mincha. Ella b'seuda arishoyna shoychel b'Purim. Yeah, he said, by the which seuda, not all the seudas you eat on Purim, you go back when you forget al hanisim. We're talking about one seuda, the first seuda of the day, when you eat, even some people do two seudas, they eat one in the morning, a quick breakfast, then they make the main seuda later. It says the one adra, but the one you do, the first one, even though it's a quick one, it's not the main seudas Purim, over there you have to go back, because it's one seuda, it's chiyuv, he said. Do ikar atam de chiyuv seuda bo isayom, d'chsev yevei meshta v'simcha. V'lo soged lo ochal, and it's not an option not to eat. V'im ken, seuda arishoyna shoichel bo bayom, kiyem seudas Purim. But the first seuda you eat in the Purim in the morning, you make the seudas Purim. The din doesn't change because we all call it main seudas Purim. That's what we eat after mincha. If you ate one seuda in the morning breakfast, that's what's called seudas Purim. And he says over there, if you forgot al hanisim, you go back. After that, the additional seudas, you don't go back, even though we call it seudas Purim.
First benching of the day.
I'm sorry?
First
benching of the day, not the night, yeah. She says because the seuda sam mincha, after the mincha, called the sefer simcha, he says. Over there we cannot say, and it's not an option not to eat. If somebody doesn't want to eat the main seuda, what we call if you had a breakfast already with hamotzi, he doesn't have to wash again now if he wants. It's not since it's not a chiyuv. So once the first seuda of Purim, you have to eat bread according to the Taz, and you have to go back for al hanisim, and he holds look called the lotion. According to the Taz, you would have to say, must wash for hamotzi, and if you forgot al hanisim, you have to go back. Now, that's in the concept of this halacha, the Magen Avram in concept agrees, if it would be a chiyuv to eat bread, would you have to go back? And Itaka mentioned also that the shla, the marshal, what we mentioned over here, that they say that's a chiyuv, you have to go back. The lemaisa, the Magen Avram disagree with the lemaisa to go back for al hanisim, because he says, and that's what makes it nafkamina lagabe if you mechuyev to eat bread or not. He says like this: "V'apu b'sherashal lokosav kenireli mashkosav iker aliba dehilchasa kimenida nireli the leolam and machzirin oisoi. You don't go back if you forget al hanisim by seudas Purim. Kilo matzinu shechayav leechel pas bepurim." According to the Magen Avram, it's no chiyuv. That's a chiyuv seudas Purim. It doesn't have to be bread. He says, you could make nice seudas Purim without eating bread. So okay, anyway, so the halacha is like this. There's many gdoila poskim, Abach, the Taz, the Marshal, the Ashla Kodesh, that say it's a chiyuv to eat bread on Purim. If you forget al hanisim, you go back. But there is many others. One of them is the Magen Avram. Kafachaim brings a whole bunch of more poskim that there's no chiyuv to eat bread on Purim. If it's no chiyuv to eat bread, if you forgot al hanisim, you don't go back. So Lamaisa, the conclusion of this is like this: Lechatchila, whoever can on Purim wash for hamotzi, he should wash. Whoever cannot, yesh lam al mashi yismoch, you could be mekam the mitzvahs of seudas Purim without the bread. And legabe birkas hamotzi, and lechatchila try very hard to remember to say al hanisim. Like I said yesterday, the achila it's for seudas seuda, but it's also we enjoy it. It's more. It's more in a way for us. But al hanisim, of thanking Hashem, we should try to remember very hard, not to forget. In case you forgot, since Savak Brochas Lahokel, Mitzat Broch shouldn't be Brocha Levatolo, you don't go back. You could say by a Rachamon, but it's very, very important to try to remember because of all those poskim saying that if you forgot, you go back. So Lamaisi, don't go back, but try to remember not to forget.